We need no longer fear the banana.
Does it work on all fruit?
What about salads?
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a new fun thing.
There was no equipment malfunction.
Well, you don't have to brag about it.
As I am incapable of stuttering, I must conclude that you heard me.
Weird how some guys can treat a woman that way and somehow just not be bothered by it.
Lieutenant Malloy has informed me that I would look pretty good with a mustache.
Boom. Yeah, not like that, but yeah.
Right. Everybody does it sometimes. I went to town on myself this morning. That's why I look so relaxed right now.
God, this whole ship is gross.
Shut up, Wesley.
My God, who makes these things? Okay, this is a hostile work environment.
Boom, that's what I'm talking about.
It's true, he was just talking about that.
I am awaiting my dinner. This has caused me to become displeased.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah, you look like the guy who's on the list because you know the DJ.
There was no equipment malfunction.
Well, you don't have to brag about it.
Now entering Glory Hole.
Egotastic FunTime.
Hey gang, I'm JP and welcome back to the Talking the Orville live show SPLOSION Fanstravaganza. Tonight we are going to have a great time finally figuring this out, you guys. We're gonna figure this out together. We're probably not gonna figure it out, but hey, we're gonna try. We're gonna have a discussion about it. What should Orville fans be called? Damn it, what should you call me as an Orville fan? I know a lot of you call me a bastard, which is rude, but you know, hey, we only roast the ones we love. We're gonna talk about it tonight, see what you guys think. I'll tell you what I think of your suggestions, and all suggestions are welcome. We're also gonna take a look back at some of John and Gordon's best moments, my favorite moments from the show, from the series, with a little thing I threw together for us tonight, you guys. And we're also just going to be excited about this amazing show that we love, The Orville, which is coming back to us in a little bit. Not right now. It's not coming back to us now, but it's coming back eventually. Things are starting to happen, and I have a few behind the scenes pictures, one or two or three things to share with you guys as things are ramping up. And as the Orville is ramping up, I hear JP at Egotastic FunTime am ramping things up. So expect a lot more fun things Orville related, as well as other things related as well. But there's going to be a lot more, a lot of that Orville stuff that you guys liked for the last couple years coming your way. More, bits, sketches, montages, things like that. But first, before we get into any of this stuff, I want to see who is here. Who is here today, you guys? Let's see what YouTube says. Stupid YouTube, making changes all the damn time with their algorithms and their studios and their systems. Makes me so mad, YouTube. Hey, how's it going? Ashley, Steven, Root, XNR Comics, Broken Heart, Raised Spirit, Christina, Corey Kennedy, Crochet Kitty, Cryptic Charm, Cindy, Fiddler, Dr. Scott Giles, Eccleston's Angel, Felix Reinhardt, Gobi Thoth, Jesper117. Oh, there's names popping in. I'm losing track. Jesper107, Kevin Sharp, Larry Peterson, L. Grantham's Heir, Mr. Dutchy Dutch. Pass the Dutchy on the left-hand side, Mr. Dutchy Dutch. Paige Arnold, Paul B, Fill Up Gaming, Q, Joe, Rob Crawford, Robert Cartier. I love those watches, man. And Stephen Klein, Trisexual, Tyrannosaurus, Vendetta Wild, Voltaire's Rewind. And there's other people popping in, but they're all over the place. What's up, Gunhead? How you doing? All right, let's go back. There's a lot more names in the chat here. I'll try to keep track with you guys. What's going on? Bob Grimes says, hi, JP. Dr. Scott Giles says, Jaloja. And I'm going to give a Jaloja back to you guys.
Jaloja!
Jaloja, one and all. Let me check out my background music. Turn up a tiny bit. I like it in my ears. Makes me feel at home. Oh, Crochet Kitty is recovering from Dragon Con. Where was Dragon Con? Was that Chicago? Was Dragon Con in Chicago? Do they still have dragons in Chicago? Oh, I don't make the watches. Sorry. All right, Robert Cartier. You're still cool in my book, though. Not that I wear watches, smart or dumb. I don't wear watches. I got a phone. Last thing I need to do is keep track of time. Time is a construct, you guys. Jaloja, XNR Comics, Latchcomb, Corey Kennedy. Stephen Klein says we should be called the not STDs. Yeah, that's one. That's one right there. Yo, Jaloja, Trisexual Tyrannosaurus. Let's see. Robin Phoenix Play says, hello, JP in chat. Jesper, I am not peeing at my computer. That is just nasty, JP. Well, hey, if you gotta, hold it. If you want to hold it. I got a glass right here in case I have an emergency. It's empty, but hopefully eventually it'll be mostly full. I'm dedicated to the stream. Kevin Zerfast, what's up? He says we must return to the dance. The night is ours. That is true.
We must return to the dance. The night is ours.
It is our night. Our night down here. Roman Easley Fortner says, JP, you look like the guy who got into the club because you know the DJ. I don't know the DJ, but I did get in the club. No, just kidding. I never went to the club. Hey, Aaron Hall, thank you very much. That's a boom right there.
Tingles. I feel as if I have been standing my entire life and I just sat down.
Yay, I finally have a Thursday evening to join. Again, Jaloja to my fellow donkey huggers. All right, Aaron's got a vote right there for donkey huggers. I love donkey huggers. I think that's something I came up with a long time ago. I think that was me. It's hard to, I'm pretty sure I came up with Seth Trek and I came up with donkey huggers, but there's a lot of names that you guys came up with over the years that were pretty great. the picklers, I think you guys came up with. Oh, there's more than that. I just can't think of them right now. Philip Gaming, dedicated to the stream. Oh, this stream is the great release. We should be called what we are, sexy. Oh, you know it, Dr. Scott Giles. If anything, we're all sexy. Yeah, the bucket in the pea corner, forgot that one. Ross says, I just want to get it over with. Well, I don't. Oh, that's to Eccleston. Oh, you're talking about some personal stuff. You're talking about the stuff you're going through. Okay, I get it. I didn't have the context, but I figured it out. Gobi Thaw says, I love Donkey Huggers. Now, Donkey Huggers has been thrown around a lot over the years. I like it as far as like fun being one of the things we call each other, but I would like to simplify what we're called, and I'll tell you why I'm talking about this. Why I brought this into the discussion today. Here in just a minute. It's from something that the Orville production posted. I love Donkey Huggers. It's fun, but I would like to get us something that's a little bit more slick, a little bit more, just a couple syllables, one word, couple syllables. Like there's Trekkies. Trekkies is great. Trekkies is such a good damn name for a fandom. And some people said, well, all Orville fans should just be called Trekkies because Trekkies love the Orville. That's why they moved over to the Orville as opposed to many of them, not all. Many of them moved over to the Orville because it was more like the Star Trek that they know, love, and want more of. And so I love Donkey Huggers as a little side gig. It's our little side piece name. I think a lot of these names will be side piece names. But we'll eventually figure it out. But let me tell you, well, let's chat a little bit more, and I'll tell you why I brought this up today. The Arbor Day Army. Oh, that is so good. I've never heard that one before. That's a good one. Sexy Donkey Huggers. And, there's a lot of people here today, so I'll try to read as many of these comments out as I can. I know it will be hard. Oh, that's another one right there, Naden Knight. I love that one as well. Gilliax. That's a deep cut. But Gilliax is really good. Orvies, Crochet Kitty says. Orvillians. Now, that's the one we've been going with, I think, pretty close to almost episode 1. Well, probably a couple episodes in. It took a couple episodes for people to say, okay, I'm a fan of this show. Seth Trekkers is great. Eccleston's Angel, thank you very much.
Love is the fish hook that hooks the fish.
That it does. JP, I'm having emergency surgery tomorrow. Emergency surgery tomorrow? If it's an emergency, shouldn't you have it now? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be getting that surgery? Well, if it's scheduled, that's good. I'm glad. I hope everything turns out right, Eccleston. Thanks for letting us know. We're rooting for you, and I just hope it all works out. But thank you for showing up, for taking the time. I'm sure you're not feeling well. So we really appreciate you stopping by here, hanging out. The Redenbachers. That's right. Redenbachers was a good one. That's also one that I came up with. Oh, God. It was probably the second or third thing I did when I discovered the Orville. I came up with a meme. Oh, God. It's like 2 years ago at this point. A meme that I did of Orville Redenbacher. It was Orville Redenbacher. Like I photoshopped Orville Redenbacher with the space behind him, and I got the Orville font, which is Space Age, in case you guys were wondering. It's a font that everybody has, Space Age, and I put the Redenbacher on there as a little joke. And that was even before I was super in love with the show. The Ensign Turcos, boom, that's it, Steven. That's exactly what it's going to be. Sethillians. I love Seth. I like Seth Trekkers. It's not my vote. I do love Seth Trekkers. Which, by the way, I own SethTrek.com, by the way, in case you guys wanted to know, but the website doesn't exist. One of you guys told me to do that, and I did it. But anyways, Seth Trekkers, I love. That's a fun little side piece. But I think it's, and some of you said Seth Trekkies, which is cool, but I do like the idea of Orville fans being Orville fans. Like if you're a fan of both, boom, you're a Seth Trekker in my book. But say you're just a fan of the one, or you want to be identified with just the one right now in the conversation. So they've got to have something that's just Orville related, that's not Star Trek related, in my opinion. Are you a Trekkie or an Orvie? Orvie, a lot of people have said Orvies. I kind of like Seth Trekker as opposed to Seth Trekkie, because Seth Trekker, you know, Trekkies all used to be called way back in the day Trekkers. Some people are trying to do Trekkers. They don't use that anymore. Some people do, but very few. They used to use Trekkers, so it's kind of cool we can reclaim that word, that nickname for you know, Seth Trekkers. And that way Trekkies is Trekkies, and you know, that way it's not too confusing, but also lets you know that you're a fan of both. It's kind of hard to find an Orville fan that's not a Star Trek fan, right? The Orvilleers, there you go. The Orvilleers. Okay, we're getting into this, so let me explain to you really quickly why I brought this up today. So let me go to the pictures. The other day, Tom Constantino, associate producer, co-producer. He was the associate producer. Now he's the co-producer for season 3. He steps up. Also the editor, main editor. He posted this picture the other day, which we'll look at as well. Hey, Orville, whatever we're calling it, ites, and special friends. My phone, along with the help. He has a picture that was just taken the other day of the shuttle bay, which we'll look at. But he said, Orville, whatever we're calling it, ites. The couple conversations I've had with production about what we're called, all of them were like, I don't know what you're called. And I was always under the impression they called us Orvillians. That's something I read like a month or two after the series premiered back in season 1. So we kind of been going with it. I've never been in love with it. But that's what I thought they were calling us. But every conversation I've had, they're like, I don't know what you're called. And all the videos, I never, you know, anytime they're addressing fans in a video, they always say Orville fans. Hey, Orville fans. They never say Orvillians. So I'm like, oh, well, they don't have a name for us, so we might as well come up with one. But also, this is actually a pretty cool picture. Let me get a better view of it for you guys. This is a picture of the shuttle bay. This was recently taken just the other day. The shuttle bay just got a fresh paint job. And the paint right now, well, not right now, it's probably dry by now, but when this picture was taken just the other day, the paint is drying. It just got finished. And they got a really cool crime scene right here, which is pretty sweet. I mean, I don't know what happened, but the police have it, you know, sequestered off. But yeah, we got the shuttle bay is freshly painted. I do need to go back and do a comparison. I don't know if it's just a fresh coat to match what we've had before, or if they put a different shade on it this time. Because in season 2, the shuttles did have a new paint job. They were a little bit darker, a little bit grittier and cooler looking. So I want to see if they did that with the shuttle bay. Where's the P corner? Well, according to the Orville Interactive fan experience, the P corner is right on the side of the door, the big shuttle bay door, right over here in the corner. You know, it's off camera, but that's where they put it. I always assumed it was over here from where Gordon referenced when they were all in Identity Part 2, when the entire crew was in the shuttle bay being held there by the Kalon. He kind of did a reference. I thought he was pointing over here, kind of, but really, who knows? Who knows? He said they just picked a corner. What you gonna do, you guys? What you gonna do when they come for you? All right, we got to back up. Orvies. So I see a lot of people like Orvies. I love the name Geologians, because there's not a conversation between Orville fans that doesn't have everybody greeting each other with Geologia. It's a bit of fun. The entire main crew was on Mockless in that episode, screaming Geologia, shouting it out to the skies. We all greet each other with it. I know some people are like, no, that's a Mocklin thing. It's not an Orville thing. I'm like, well, first off, everything on the Orville, Mocklin or no, is an Orville thing because it's in an episode. But I get what you're saying. And I like Geologians a lot. But that maybe is a little bit of a deep cut. It's not an umbrella. It's not an umbrella type of name. But I'm going to call you guys Geologians, I think. I'm going to consider myself a Geologian. Orvies, a lot of votes for Orvies, which kind of sounds like an award, doesn't it? This year's winner of the Orvie goes to, ooh, we should do an Orvies award ceremony just for the Orville. Best kiss, best one-liner, best this, that. All right, at the end of every season, we're going to be doing an Orvies award going on. Maybe I'll put one together for us, you guys, okay? We'll do one for season 2. We'll do an Orvies award, the first the first annual Orvies award. Hey, Paige Arnold, thank you very much.
Hobo clowns are the most dangerous because they're hungry.
How about the Viles, the Vills? I do like that, the Vills. Maybe the best would be Orvies or Orvillians. I don't know anymore. My brain hurts. Maybe we are all just villains, LOL. I just saw a band the other day called Good Villains. They were pretty good. They're called Doom Pop. I don't think they're Doom Pop. They weren't quite doomy and they weren't quite poppy. They were just, you know, cool, melancholy type music. I dug it. Girl singer. The Vills, Orvies, Orvillians, the villains. Orvies. I'm an Orvie. Let me think of that. I'm an Orvie. I'm an Orvie. I'm an Orvie. I'm a Geologian. I'm an Orvie. I'm a donkey hugger. I'm a Geologite. Ooh, Roz. That's pretty good. A Geologite. I like calling people P, though. Yeah, it's a little bit of an inside joke, I guess. Non-fans won't get it. But also, non-fans probably won't get anything. If you even say Orvillians, or even if you say I'm an Orville fan, non-fans, many of them are like, huh, what's that? Right? It's a good inside joke. Yeah, Geologia might be, though I think I'm going to call myself a Geologian sometimes. Maybe Geologia is our greeting, but we have another name. Ovaries? I don't think we should be ovaries. Dr. Scott Giles. Oh, God, that's good. We are the Krill. Yeah, Krillians. Non-Discoverians. There you go. What are Orville fans called? Oh, they're called Gene Roddenberry fans. Orvillers. Mercenary. Ooh, I like that. Mercenary. The Orvies Awards should be for some funny things like the best extra, not doing anything in the scene background. Ooh, I'd be good at spotting that. I'm very good at spotting background people, what they're doing or what they're pretending to do. Background artists are most of the time are just agreeing with each other. They're just there going, they're always shaking, they're always nodding their head. Yeah, I agree with what you said. No, but also if you go to a party and you just stand away from the party and you just see everybody and you see people that are new, they hardly know each other, they just met. If you just look, they're the same as extras. They're always agreeing with each other. People that just met, that don't know each other well, are always agreeing with each other. Stupid humans. We're so predictable. Hey, Eric Pullman, thank you very much.
Lieutenant Malloy has informed me that I would look pretty good with a mustache.
Ooh, okay. I have been known. One of you guys called me the Orville Evangelist. I don't remember how that came up, if you guys called me that, or if I made a joke, or one of you guys made a joke. Eric Pullman says, Orvangelists. Ooh, that's pretty sweet. I'm an Orvangelist. Makes me sound like I'm doing something dirty, though, right? I'm an Orvangelist. Oh, do you have a permit for that? We should be called the weirdest fandom. Yeah, that'll work. Edheads. I do like that. I do like that. Pretty much we're gonna be splitting off into different cliques, you guys. There's gonna be Ed heads. There's gonna be Orvillians, Orvillites. I never liked Orvillites. Orvillites always reminded me of stalagmites and stalactites. One of you guys, wait a minute, one of you guys I remember said Orville knots. That's pretty okay. That's all right. Orville knots. Ovarians. Geologia is the greeting. Yeah, the Geologians say Geologia. The weird ones. Ed's Army. I remember one of you said, you said Mercenaries, but I remember someone said Mercer's Mercenaries, which is cool. But I do like something. I do like something that's simpler. Krillers. Krillers. That's oh God, what was it? That reminds me. That kind of reminds me of Critters for some reason. The Arbor Day Army. The Pickles. I am wondering if Pickles is even opening. Oh, this jar of pickles is even going to be a thing anymore. Are they going to bring it back for Tala and Ed in season 3? We did get Ed saying that to her in The Road Not Taken. It's the only time he said it to her. But it was the alternate reality. It was the alternate reality. It was the alternate timeline. It was the Kelly timeline. So that was probably the first time Ed ever said that to anybody. Can you open this jar of pickles for me? He's probably never said that before. So I wonder if they're gonna bring it back for season 3. Planetary Unionists, very official, Dario, very official. Russian Bot says, I'm an OV. OV. Roz says, smarter than CBS. Happy Time Orville bunnies. There you go. Or you could be the Jaloja posse. The JPs. That's pretty sweet right there. Can't make it too specific to one character like Ed when there are sequels. What then, right? I'm also the Yaphites. Yeah, what was one I came up with earlier? The Yaffeteers. The Yaffeteers. JP, start taking notes. There are a lot of names. There are, but I don't have to take notes. Luckily, this whole conversation, I just replay the episode, this stream, and your chat all comes up right on the screen right there. Then I can take notes. Otherwise, the whole stream will be this. Okay, Jaloja Party, Picklers, Yaphites. Okay. Let me double check. TOF, the Orville fans. The Orville Redenbachers. No, Timothy Haywood. Timothy says, do you think there will be a season 3 trailer anytime soon? No, I do not. I think probably the soonest we might get a trailer would be after the holidays. If there's some sort of con, if there's some sort of big nerdy event, we might get a trailer after the holidays. I think they might be able to pull one out by Christmas, but that's a little bit early. They might have a super duper tiny little teaser possible by Christmas, possibly, but it won't be anything in depth. We probably will have to wait until the spring for a legit trailer. The Union Posse and the Pickles. Now, the Orville is going to be at the New York Comic-Con in 2 weeks. It's Sunday, October 6th is when the Orville is going to be doing their panel, and they're going to be sharing some of their pre-production pictures and stuff. Tom Constantino, John Cassar will be, everybody's going to be there. The whole cast is going to be there. The producers are going to be there. The usual people on a full panel, like at San Diego Comic-Con, are going to be in 2 weeks at the New York Comic-Con doing a panel talking about season 3, where they're at, what's come. They're not going to have any specifics, but what we can expect, things like that. They're going to be showing some stuff, but it's probably going to be sets and maybe some costumes or something like that. They're not going to have any footage. But I'm betting they're going to start getting closer to filming once they're done with that Comic-Con commitment. And that's only 2 weeks from now. So after that, that's probably when because they're already gearing up. Sets are being built, costumes are being created, actors are being fitted, scripts are mostly done, and a lot of scripts are done, but they've still got a few more scripts to do that they're probably putting the finishing touches on. But scripts are being read. There's just still so much to do. When you think about a production like this, props need to be built, designed and built. Sets got to be built. And so there's all these different departments. Imagine how much time it takes the costume department to create new costumes, right? It all takes time. Giliac Trash, I do love that. That is a great one. That is a great one. I think the Orville is just going to... Orvillians might just end up having to have one blanket umbrella title. Orville fan. Orvillian, if you like. Orvillian was always a little too close to Orwellian to me, or if you're an Orwellian fan, that's great. An Orwell fan, that's awesome. But it's a little too close, so people would confuse it. For Christmas, it might just be a teaser. Yeah, at the most, we could get a very tiny teaser that'll probably mostly be footage from season 2 in it. Oh, thanks, Robin Phoenix. Robin Phoenix says, don't forget to send JP love, love, love. Love and smash that like button and check out the Patreon. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, the Patreon is right down there if you want to become a member of the Ego Army and help support this channel. Channels like this are not being recommended anymore by YouTube. They're loving the corporate channels now, the late night TV and the CBSs and the ABCs and all that stuff. They're recommending those types of things, and the really big channels, of course, the things they got a stake in. And channels like this are just, you know, being like crushed. Like, what am I gonna do? So when you guys help out like that, it really does mean the world to me. That's why I say that all the time. And it really does help out. Luckily, we've been doing pretty good the last couple days with the last couple videos that I've done. So it gave me a little bit more freedom today to put together a video that we're going to watch here in just a little bit with John and Gordon. Cryptic Charm says, same here. I'm an Orvillian. I guess it's because I'm British. I can make anything sound sinister. That's awesome. That's awesome. In movies, Germans have the best British accents. Seth Villians, humans. The Orville posse. Orvie's or Kelly's Heroes, Jesper says. For some reason, I really like the word posse, Dr. Scott Giles says. Yeah, it's hard to get away from Orvillians. I don't know if anyone's in love with it, but man, it's hard to get away from it because there's so many. Because anything with Orv is never. It just never works that well. JP, where Orville berries? Betties and cream, Betties and cream. Jaloja Gila. We're trying to figure out what to call Orville fans. We got Orvillians. That's where we started from. We're having a hard time getting away from it. I like Jalojans, but I do understand people that wouldn't like it. But, you know, some people are like, oh, that means P. I'm like, yeah, but it's the Orville. You know, we're supposed to be having some cheeky fun, right? So I think there's going to be a couple of different things. I think we'll have an umbrella name and then a bunch of little side names that we come up with, that we land on, maybe 2 or 3 different ones as we split off into our separate cliques. I'm an Ed fan. Oh, you are? I prefer Gordon. Well, F you then. That's how we are. That's how the internet is these days, you guys. We like the same thing, but not exactly the same. Crochet Kitty, thank you very much.
Hey, there you go. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Boom, keep talking to take my money. Gobi Thoth votes Orvies. Turcos Tatas. Yeah, I'm a Tata lover. Let's just call ourselves the Tatas. Ooh, boom right there. That deserves a boom now tonight. Let's go over to Boomtown real quick. Boomtown, activate.
That's what I'm talking about right there, like boom!
Nadin says we should call ourselves True Trekkies. Boom! Jesper, Orvie's Jalojans can work in as an inside joke. Orvie's Jalojans, basement dwellers. Larry Peterson's the Mocklins. Orson Zed says. Eccles, oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, if you go to that California shoot. The Kelly Tribe. What's up, Apple Crow? Apple Crow's voting for Kelly. I love Kelly. I love Kelly so much. I love her character. I love the conflicted nature. I love she's not perfect. I love, especially with Tomorrow and Tomorrow, you could see where she came from and who she is now, which is a pretty nice character dynamic. You get to see her arc right there on the screen, where she was and where she is. And everything that changed in between, all right there in a single frame. Voltaire's Rewind says, like old gangs, snaps and dancing. Well, old gangs in movies, not in real life. In real life, gangs were all like, "Ora, where you from, Holmes?" That's West Side Story. Da-da, 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 da-da. Geologians is pretty happy. Yeah, I'm happy with having the umbrella name, Orvillians. I wish we could find something better, you guys. But I don't know if I'm going to refer to myself as an Orvillian all the time. I'm pretty much going to be saying, yeah, I'm a geologian. I'm a geologian. And I'm going to call other people and say, what's up, geologians? Go be Thoth.
Tractor beam activated. It's pulling us in. Oh no!
Ah, very good, Go be Thoth. We forgot to add the egotastic FunTime side of things into this. Your fans, my fans, are geologians. But Orville fans are probably Orvies or Orvillians. Or Orvillians, Go be Thoth. No, Orvies. I've never been a fan of Orvies. And a lot of people have used Orvies. I've seen a lot of people use it. Nothing against it, except for it just doesn't sound good to my ear. I think I prefer Orvillians over Orvie. I'm an Orvillian. But even over Orvillian, I'm an Orville fan. I'm a fan of the Orville. It's a little bit longer, but it's very correct. Cryptic Charm, worst character. Right now I want to hit Clyden. Well, maybe because you want to hit him, it makes him not the worst character, because he's gotten something out of you. He's caused an emotional reaction because of the way they wrote him and the way he acts. He's very two-sided, isn't he? He's very happy, rocky road, ha ha ha, let's eat these cigarettes. And then behind the curtain, he's just like, ooh, look at those fools. You know, like a lot of people in life, right? They're all happy-go-lucky, but then when you're not there, they're like, ooh, talking shiz behind your back, you guys. You're right. Orville right. I'm a fan of the Orville. Orvillians, not Orvillian. But yeah, I just still have a hard 9-to-5ers. Ooh, that's a good one, Stephen Klein. That deserves a little bit of extra oomph on that.
She speaks with the might of 100 soldiers.
That she does. Oh, I like that, 9-to-5ers. But then people are gonna think you're just really into the movie 9 to 5. Or 9-to-5ers, that just means you work. That just means you go to work every day. You work in an office. Orvie sounds like something from the Dark Crystal, Crochet Kitty says. JP, the squad, Bill Hader joke. Oh, I love Bill Hader. I can't remember that. I can't remember that joke, though. I've been begging JP to kill Clyden, Eccleston says to Cryptic Charm. Yeah, I have a hard time, though. I have a hard time. I don't want him dead. I want him to learn. I want him to get better. The P corners. Roma says, JP, the Egotastic P corners, looking really good right now. It really is. Let me get my glass ready. It's close by, just in case I need it. Ooh, yeah, I can see what you're saying. Trisexual Tyrannosaurus says, you guys will kill me, but I'm glad. I was glad to see Alara go. Now I'm gonna go hide. Don't hide, Trisexual. I get it. I'm a Tala fan. I love Alara, but I prefer Tala. I prefer her vibe more than Alara. I watch a lot of, especially today when I was cutting together the video we're gonna watch here. I watched a lot of Alara stuff, and I'm like, I like her, but Tala's Jessica Zor's delivery is a little bit more my style, you guys. JP, I thought your fans would be Ego fans, and I like your Seth Trek Orville reference. Ah, thank you, thank you. I actually say Ego Army. I usually never go for the Army thing because, you know, it's like Kiss Army, this Army, that Army. But it just rolls off the tongue so well. It's like Ego Army. The Ego Army. March 4th, Ego Army soldiers. Here's some Nerf guns. Go Nerf some people. That's not a euphemism. Gordon's soap. You Orvillians go over there where we Geologians will be here in the P corner. That's right. With the Geologians, we hang out by the P corner, so it all makes sense. It all makes sense. You Orvillians are probably over in a part of the ship that smells better. Good luck with that, you guys. Hey, Kevin Scott 76.
Oh my God. Oh God, my God. It's so good. This is unbelievable. That is so good.
I want a Twinkie right now. Seth Trekkers says it all, says Kevin Scott. I love Seth Trekkers. I love it a lot. I love it as the combination of the two franchises. I love the Orville. I love Star Trek. Seth Trek. I think that's the absolute perfect thing for both when you're combining the two. Absolutely. My mind will never be changed on that one. So when it comes to loving both, which I do hardcore for the most part, you know what I'm talking about. I'm a Seth Trekker. I'm a Seth Trekker. I mean, I should be. I sell the shirts, right? Speaking of that, you guys, I was surprised the other day. Let me show you here. Producer Tonka Sandino, he shared my latest Seth Trek shirt. So now my latest Seth Trek shirt is a popular shirt. He put and he made a joke too. He put consults trademark attorney / gets credit card out of wallet. So these are the new Seth Trek shirts, you guys, that are available now. The link is right down there. Seth Trek retro shirts. Show your love for Seth Trek and the Orville at the same time. Geologia. And I have those available at the link below. And here's the full design right here. But I was really surprised. He loved it so much. And it says Seth Trek, Geologia Long, and Prosper. And it has a little bit of that TNG style look to it. And I'll tell you right now, designing, for some reason, making this rainbow thing in the back was so freaking hard. It took me like a couple hours just to get that working. That was so tough for some reason. But yeah, that's the new shirts. They're available now, and they're already becoming popular. And the producer Tom, he bought one. He loved it so much he bought one. So, and he shared it on his page. And so, you know, hopefully people are really digging those shirts. I'm excited people like them. Hey, Apple Crow, thank you very much. Ooh, I like that.
I can promise you that if anyone comes at you or tries to take you down, I'm gonna mess them up first.
Apple Crow, that is so good. I love that. It's a deep cut. No one will get it. Even some Orville fans won't get it, but they should. The Bridge Cats. Bridge Cats. That's a very good one. I really like that. JP, are there Seth Trek hoodies? I think there are some hoodies, but not of the new design. I'll put it up because winter is coming. You guys, winter's coming. Boom. Game of Thrones joke. I get jokes. And yeah, I'll make some. I'll put some up this week, tonight or tomorrow. So if you click on that link down there, they'll have all the options because there's you know, male, women, blah, blah. Yeah, women are the opposite of male. Male, women, and sizes, different sizes. So I'll make one that's a hoodie. I don't think I have one that's a hoodie. But it's winter's coming up, so I might as well, right? It's just when I think of the outdoors, it's freaking hot outside. It's freaking hot right now, so I didn't even think of hoodies. So yeah, we'll get some hoodies going. We'll probably have to hoodie up all the different shirts that, all the Egotastic FunTime shirts. JP, wouldn't the pee corner be a bit confusing for Geologians since they pee only once a year? Yeah, but no, Geologians don't pee once a year. Mocklins do. You could still be a Geologian. You could still celebrate. You can still celebrate the every time you pee. Let me see. I had some other things to show you guys here. Another reminder. Okay, last week we read The Word of Avis Part 1, but The Word of Avis Part 2 is available right now for pre-order if you prefer it digital, or of course you can wait till it comes out and get it at your local nerd shop. I hope they have it. I think they probably will. This is the cover of The Word of Avis Part 2, which comes out October 16th, which what's the date today? So a little, tiny bit less than a month from now. This is the cover. We're going to be dealing with some krills, you guys. We're going to be dealing with them. The link is right down there below. You can order it and have it all set. Mine's already pre-ordered and ready to go. What else we got here queued up? Oh, there's the September giveaway, the Egotastic September giveaway. Link is right down there for the Orville cards. There's only 1 week left. Next week, we are going to be announcing the winner of the Orville Season 1 trading cards for September. And we're giving these away every month for a few months. One 72 card set. One lucky winner will be winning it. All you got to do is be an active patron that comments on the link below. If you comment on the link below for the Orville cards giveaway and you are a active Patreon that month, this month, for a week, then you are entered to win. And I'll be announcing the winner this 1 week from tonight. And then a couple days after that, I'll be announcing the bonus prize winner of these beautiful handcrafted, I was calling them fantasy pen sets. They're very heavy. They've got metal. They're awesome. It's a calligraphy pen and a writing pen, but they kind of look like latchcomb. The designs on both tips kind of look like a latchcomb ball, which is pretty cool. So now they're latchcomb pens. They're very pricey. They're very high quality, and one bonus winner will be winning this whatever the last day of the month is. So it's a few days after this Thursday. So if you want to be entered in to win, just comment on that link below. And if you're a Gelogia tier squad or higher tiered patron, then you are entered to win, and you might win. The odds are good. I think it's like, right now there's like a 1 in 25 chance that you'll win. That's pretty damn good odds, you guys. 1 in 25. So if you're interested in that, check it out. What else do we got queued up here at JP? Well, I don't know. Let me check it out. All right, I'll wait. Tala. We got Jessica Zor just posted this the other day. She went in for her makeup test for Tala. I am thinking that this is her real hair. I am so hoping, you guys. Of course, in Season 2, when we first got introduced to Tala, she's wearing a wig, right? It looks like a wig, too. It's a good wig, but it still looks like a wig. Alara wore a wig as well. Halston Sage. I'm hoping that they use her real hair in Season 3. That would be awesome. I mean, why not? She has hair. She has hair. So here is her makeup test. And she writes, Tala in the works, or getting ready for an ugly sweater party. Funny thing is, I'd wear that sweater, no doubt. Have a great weekend, you beautiful humans. And then Midwest Orvillian says, can't wait for Season 3. Now, I don't know why that sweater's ugly. It looks pretty nice to me. Next, and I think, oh yeah, and then one last thing. Some bad news here. Some bad news is the Orville lost. What did they lose? They lost the Saturn Award for Best Sci-Fi to Westworld Season 2. And Westworld Season 2, it did not beat Season 2 of the Orville. Westworld Season 1 might. Westworld Season 1 was amazing. Season 2, the Orville beats Westworld Season 2. But anyway, I made this post here. I took this picture from the Orville, the episode About a Girl, put Westworld on there, and that little buzzard, robot buzzard in the back, and I posted on Twitter. I said, congratulations to Westworld for winning the Saturn Award, blah, blah, blah. Now, the Orville also lost the Emmy for Best Special Effects the other day. I don't think the Emmys have aired yet. The Emmys don't air for a few more days. But the Orville lost Best Special Effects, whatever, to Game of Thrones final season, which, from what I know, most people are complaining that they could barely even see what was going on the screen. So, even if you liked the season, I'm sure it was a great season for most people. The effects from Identity Part 2, way better, you guys, than any of that other stuff. Westworld Season 2 stank. Yeah, I wasn't into Season 2 that much. Love season 1 though. I watched it over and over again. I just absolutely love Westworld season 1. Oh, right. Archie lovely lady says both awards were a popularity contest. They really were. It seemed that way. It seemed like the winners were a popularity thing, but also all awards are a popularity thing, really. I mean, those industry awards. The industry awards are all just popularity contests. Trisexual Tyrannosaurus says, I'm just going to call you Tri-Ty. JP, I hope you read the earlier messages. If you need any help with graphics, I can do it for nothing. Offering help because you mentioned that you took a while to do the rainbow. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it took me forever just to get it all lined up and everything. It was tough. The Saturn Awards was the worst awards show I have ever seen, Archie lovely lady says. Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I had something I had to do. I think it was a stream. Gene Roddenberry's True Legacy. Westworld season 1 was amazing. Season 2 was okay, but nothing to write home about. Yeah, that sums it up for me pretty much too. I'm still interested in season 3. Can't wait to see what they do. Plus, there was a few episodes in season 2 of Westworld that were pretty great. I loved that. I didn't think I would, but I really liked that Asian town. What did they call that? Eastworld. I don't know. I love that episode. I love the episode that followed that American Indian character. That was pretty great. JP, I've just hopped in briefly, but I always enjoy your videos. Much love from the UK. Good night. Well, thank you, Wizen. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in. Get to bed. It's late over there. JP, have you watched Carnival Row yet? I watched the first episode. It was very interesting, but I have not gotten into the other episodes yet, but eventually I will. Eventually I will. I've actually just got all caught up on The Righteous Gemstones on HBO, which I'm loving. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I keep going back to Geologians, Jesper says. Oh, nice. Tri-Ty. It's your professional job. Ooh, I might have to hit you up then. JPRPH says, hi, I just got here. What did I miss? Well, we're trying to figure out... Oh, I got the wrong screen on, you guys. Sorry, hold on. Hold on. Boom, there we go. There we go. JP the Statue Humpers. Boom! That's a majority rule thing right there. We're trying to figure out what to call Orville fans. We keep always landing on Orvillians. That was the original thing. I've never been in love with it, but nothing else just seemed to fit right. So we might end up just having the blanket Orvillian name, the umbrella, but we have all these side names that we also want to call each other. I'm landing on the Geologians. I love the Geologians. I love it so much. It's so funny. It's part of the humor side of the Orville, but there's, of course, there's the serious side as well. So, Orvillians might be the winner, you guys. Shogun World. I like that episode. I didn't think I was gonna like that episode at all. Did we already pick a name, Tommy Pickles? No. Well, we keep coming back to Orvillians, and plus, but damn it, I wish we could come up with something different. We have all these great names: Donkey Huggers, Picklers. Mercer's Marauders, Seth Trekkers, which I love Seth Trekkers, but it wouldn't be that fair because the Orville is trying, not even trying, it's already succeeded in being its own thing at this point, though it did start off as it used Star Trek on purpose. They say, yeah, of course, we love Star Trek, so they used that as their base, and then they stemmed off from there to become more of a tribute to all sci-fi, and then become just its own thing, which it's become. So it would be nice to come up with a name that doesn't have Trek, that doesn't refer to Star Trek, because the Orville is its own thing now. Jesse Pinkman will use his magnets in Westworld Season 3. Magnets, how do they work? It's magic. Lady Giles, Dr. Scott Giles says, Lady Giles always prefers Seth Trekker and even has JP's beautiful tea. Yeah, me personally, I'm a Seth Trekker because I'm a huge fan of both. The whole reason I started covering the Orville and fell in love with it is because I wanted more Star Trek and just wasn't getting it. Even though there was more Star Trek, I just wasn't getting Star Trek. The Star Trek that I wanted. We are the quality in genre's quantity. Boom, there you go. Tommy Pickle says, oh, Picklers. I really like that one for obvious reasons. Classic Trekkies. Oh, I will. Stephen Klein, I will. JP, why don't you set up a poll and the name with most votes wins? Ooh! What sucks with most polls, though, is they're so limiting. They're so limiting with how many entries you can do. You can do like 4 or 5 in most cases. And I'm like, no, I want to do 10. I might have to do it in video form. I'll do a video form one. And then narrow it down from there. So maybe I'll put out a video and I'll look through all your suggestions here. And then I'll make a video about your suggestions and talk about what I think about those. And then I'll put up a poll that people can answer in the comments of that video. That'll probably be the best way to do it, I think, because social media is very limiting as what they allow you to do. Phil Harwell.
Lachlan's, many of them, ready to be adventurous.
Phil says, the night is ours! What?
We must return to the dance!
Yeah. What? I don't know how to turn it off. There we go. I turned it off. Phil, let's see what you did. Orvillers. Let's just be spacers. I think I'll posting in these live streams. The Family Guys, the orange shirts. That's right. An orange shirt got killed by the Kalon. Got thrown out that the airlock. Based on etymology, shouldn't it be Orvin? Ville is where Or people would live, and an Orvin would be an individual from the Or people. Damn, you got all smart brain on us there, artsy lovely lady. Yes, I agree with all those things you said. I meant I will stop posting in the live stream. Tired of getting ignored. All right, Rob Crawford, you stop posting in the live stream. Hey, I read both of your your comments there, Rob Crawford. Hey, Eric Pullman.
I would be happy to attempt sexual relations with you, Lieutenant.
JP, have you checked the new Dark Crystal series? PS or Vamps? PS. Patrick Stewart's or Vamps? I have not seen Vamps. I know of the Dark Crystals there. I watched the trailer. I'm going to get into it, but I haven't yet. But it's on Netflix, you guys. I hear good things. Eccleston's listening to you, Rob. James Owen.
I am sorry you are upset. Perhaps you are on your period.
It's been a great night of naming. Yeah, we're calling each other names. I'm calling you Geologians. I'm calling you a big old Geologian. You're calling me an Orvillian. What? How dare you? How about the blue coats? Orvillings. Orange shirts. That is kind of cool now that I think about it, because red shirts is such a big thing. No one would ever say orange shirts, but you could say orange shirts for the Orville for sure. Orange shirts, because it's got or in there, you guys. Voltaire's Rewind. JP, you should get together with other content creators in order to get the word out on a poll. Let's make this an event, and let's make it an impact. Let's make it an impact. Brace for impact. Ooh, slogan. Yeah, once I put a video out, all the other creators will pick up on it. I think that I know of, and then we'll all be saying, "Hey, what do you think? What do you think?" Yeah, it's a good idea. I like that. The fish hookers. I love that. First off, love is the fish hook that hooks the fish, but also I love being called a hooker. That's great. I love that, Gobi Thoth. All right, you guys, so I do want to share with you a little something I put together to talk about as well. John and Gordon. Now, in season 1, John and Gordon had a little bit of fun here and there. They were always together, and then John got promoted. And from then on, we only see John and Gordon together every once in a while. A little fun little bit here, a little fun little bit there, but they're not really together like they used to be, and I miss that. So I'm hoping in season 3 we get a lot more John and Gordon together. I want them to have a full-on adventure together, and so I put together a little thing for us to just remember how much we love these two people, these two characters on screen, with a little video I like to call John and Gordon. So let's check it out right now. Let me turn off this background music. You stupid background music. Oh, and I got another little thing to show you too, but I'll do that in a second. And here we go.
Dude, I'm such a jerk. It's ridiculous.
Well, so am I, so this is gonna work out great.
Gordon Malloy.
John Lamar. You see that dog in the background licking his balls?
First thing I saw. God, there's no way we're gonna be out by 5 today, are we?
Oh, man,
Mortis, can we please go down there?
Yeah, he just left his baby with 2 drunk dudes.
Reminds me of my dad.
Star mapping has got to be the most boring damn job there is.
I'd rather have brunch with my parents and their parents.
We're on the edge of the frontier of explored space. That doesn't excite you?
Oh, boom, bitch! That's what I'm talking about right there on that boom!
Sick, dude! I mean it! There's something really freaking wrong with you!
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a new fun thing.
Hang on. I'm gonna find a bag of nails.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fine.
Yeah, why even have reservations?
You guys are so hilarious!
Did you consider the possibility that what you were doing was stupid?
No, I didn't know.
She's God, so you know she's telling the truth.
Yeah, that's not helping.
Well, Janelle only has one head.
Yeah, I can help you. That's where you want to start. You want to walk in with boom.
Boom.
Yeah, not like that, but yeah.
Right. What's level 9?
Level 9, she's still dating the guy.
And level 10?
She's married and has a gun.
Can't do it. Thanks for the help. God. What is that? Sure as hell isn't pizza.
There he is. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's do this.
I got you guys! Claire and Isaac are going on a date. This is so insane. I can't even believe it!
Yes, that's a good ball. Boom, that's what I'm talking about.
It's true, he was just talking about that.
Hey, man, you didn't do, like, drugs in there, right?
No. This is a totally natural high. I just felt like I saw the universe in a new light, and it was a rush.
No, actually, I don't. Never been dumped. Even the worst breakup I ever had, the girl was like, you can still come over and have sex with me whenever you want. But I can imagine, and it sucks.
So yeah, I was missing John and Gordon, and so I put that together for us today, you guys. Boom! Ooh, boomers. Ooh, that's a good one, Robin Phoenix Plays. Boomers! I absolutely love that. Speaking of boom, let me just give you a quick little sneak peek of what was happening the other day.
Just had my fitting for season 3 of Orville, because we about to start shooting soon. All the booms.
All the booms, you guys. All the booms. They're about to start shooting soon. Now, when Jay Lee said soon, he probably meant, a few weeks to a month from now. I'm guessing that because before they start filming, before they start shooting, we'll start getting pictures and stuff coming in from script readings. They're going to be doing script readings first, at least the first script reading. So we'll start getting pictures from that, and they got to be careful because last year, when they were coming out with pictures from the script readings, some pieces of the scripts were visible, and it's easy to just take a still, which I did. Many of us did take stills of things, and we're able to see what was going on in the scripts, and at least in 1 or 2 scripts. So hopefully they'll probably be a little bit more careful this time, but we will be getting word of stuff like that happening, and it's all going to be happening soon. I think October, probably mid to late October, things are going to be starting to roll pretty big, you guys, and that's coming up. October is what, a little more than a week away. I like Boomers. Yeah, Boomers is good. Orville Boomers. Let's see, one of you guys had something. I have to scroll back here. Ah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh well. Oh well. I'll have to go back another one. Unionists. That makes it sound like a political party, though, Kevin Scott. I'm a unionist. Vote for me. Boomers. Oh, I kind of like that. That is so good. I kind of like that. I'm a boomer. Of course, I do. There's a bit of me that hates that, because out here in Oklahoma, they always say, oh, boomer sooner. Out here in Tulsa, boomer sooner. And boomer sooner has to do, you know, it's a sports thing that they use it for now, but it's back when they had that land rush, you know, with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. They had that land rush, and the Sooners were the ones that hid and waited for the race to start to go claim land, but they were already hidden and way ahead of the game, hidden in the places that they wanted to stake. So they're cheaters. So I don't want to be associated with a cheater, and I don't know why the Sooners want to be associated with cheaters as well. But they say, boomer sooner. Baby, yeah, a little too similar to baby boomers. How about we just call ourselves the Boom Booms? You want some of that boom boom? Boomville. There you go, lone puppy. You're a Sether? Kevin Scott says, I'm a Sether. You could be a Seth tracker. Why not be a Seth tracker? Oh, yeah, that's what somebody said. Stephen Klein's putting it on there. The WTFers, the wireless telecommunication facilities. That's what we're called. What's your fandom? Oh, I'm a wireless telecommunications facility. Oh, wow, you're really into cell phones. Yeah. I can see Isaac watching Bob Ross and paint along with him. Oh, like remember when Data was painting? He was learning to paint. He had like a program and he was painting. What if they do something similar with Isaac and he's just watching Bob Ross learning to paint that way? That is absolutely hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious, Crochet Kitty. You should write for the Orville, because that is something that they would put in there in the script. Absolutely. Of course, if this ever gets out, if someone from the show ever saw that comment, it would never get on there because you already came up with it. They definitely want to surprise us in any way they can. So usually, if somebody comes up with an idea and they hear about it, they instantly say, okay, now we can't do that idea because someone already came up with it, and it wouldn't be a big surprise when we did it. Boom tube, pickle boomers, Sether or boomers. It just sounds fun. Yeah, I got this Sether in the back. It's a real boomer. All right, Eccleston, gotta go. I'll tune in when I'm feeling better. All right, good luck tomorrow. All right. Ooh, Avis boomers. Followers of Avis. Team USS Orville. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a poll because this is just so tough. Because it's not like my decision to be made, right? It's not my decision. It's the fandom's decision. I'm the Orville evangelist, but I am not the fandom. We are all the fandom. How about Isaac as a wiggle? Have Isaac as a wiggle. I'm up for it. Deadpool did Bob Ross though too soon after that. Oh, you're totally right. You are totally right, Dario. I think Deadpool did the ultimate Bob Ross joke, so we really can't do that anymore. You want to see a mirror universe Isaac with a beard? Hell yeah. That'd be amazing. Okay, one video that I am going to be working on eventually. It's not time sensitive because, you know, there's going to be a lot of Orville videos coming up. And then the closer that we get to the Orville premiere, the more intense the videos are going to get to build that excitement. And assuming that the channel's doing well enough where I can breathe so I can work on that fun stuff. Breathing, you know, being able to take a break means being able to work on other types of videos, not sit around and do something else. But I am going to be doing a video eventually. We talked about it last year about how how Star Trek exists in the Orville universe. Well, eventually I'm going to be doing a video that talks about how, because a lot of people are just like, oh, what about an Orville Star Trek crossover? I'm like, ooh, that really can't happen. But it is possible, though. So I'll be talking about how that would be possible to do a crossover. But that's, you know, that's not a time-sensitive video, so we'll be getting to that eventually. Paige Arnold!
Okay, I quit! I quit right now! I cannot work here anymore!
John and Gordon need to be a couple in season 3. I need another male couple besides Clyden and Bordas. I need another straight couple besides Kelly and Ed drama. Hope you all have a good night. All right, thanks, Paige. I don't think John and Gordon will definitely never be a couple. Well, they might have a bromance. Why don't they get a bromance? That's a couple. You can be a couple like in a bromantic type of way. Because John's too much of a lady killer, and you know what I mean. He doesn't kill ladies. He likes the ladies. He's a ladies' man. They call him the girl guru on the ship. That's canon. And then Gordon, of course, he likes the ladies as well. But you know, those two can have a special type of love, a little bromance going together. I would like them to nurture that a little bit. In season 2, they kind of moved away from the John and Gordon thing and brought it back to Gordon and Ed, which is where it all started. It all started with Gordon and Ed. Gordon and Ed are longtime friends. The first person Ed went to was Gordon to tell him, I got a ship and I want you to be part of it. They're excited. They're friends. So they started rebuilding that relationship in season 2. But I would like to get a little bit more of that work friend thing going with John and Gordon on some adventures. I want a legit adventure. Ed and Gordon got an adventure in the Krill episode where they were undercover. Let's get John and Gordon out there doing something. Tala would dump John. Yeah. Well, I don't think John would be able to put his moves on Tala. I think Tala might be the first woman that's just a little too much for John. Something John can't handle. And that's from somebody who dated a girl with 2 heads, and both heads never found out about the other one. There you go, Bryce Stodd. The evangelist doesn't write the scripture, they just preach it. There you go, absolutely. Hey, Rob Crawford, I see you. I can see you in the chat. At least in my chat. Sometimes chats are different. I've had times where I don't see all of your comments. Remember that we did that one contest and somebody won. They guessed the right number, but I went through my entire chat and they were not in there. But then when I rewatched it, they were on the screen chat. But I have the actual chat. Like, there's the screen chat that you guys see right there, but I also have another chat window that I can scroll through and stuff like that. And that's the one that I'm actually reading, and it didn't show up anywhere. So sometimes where I might be able to see you, other people might not be able to see you. Hey, Kevin Scott 76.
I am told your people are known for creating some of the most sought-after pornographic simulations in the galaxy.
I did not know that Krill are aliens in the 1950s Forbidden Planet. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go back and look. Also, I think Forbidden Planet is is that copyright free? Is that royalty free or whatever they call it? Free something. We might be able to do a watch party of Forbidden Planet one of these days. Probably not here. Maybe on Twitch. Because doing these longer streams, like doing a full movie stream, is a little bit tougher on YouTube. Well, we could probably do it, and then like even tonight with this stream here, I think I'm going to start taking these live streams, and then as soon as we're done, I remove them, I unlist them, and then maybe I'll upload it to the Egotastic Overtime channel if anybody wants to watch it, just because it messes with the algorithm, it messes with the channel, it messes with everything. So I probably will take this down and put it up on the other channel so that it doesn't hurt this channel. Damn you, YouTube! Why do you hurt your content creators, you bastards? Yeah, Gordon and Kelly. Well, Scott Grimes and Adrian Palicki, they are divorced. They got married in the spring, and they divorced just a little bit later. It didn't work out. They knew right away it wasn't going to work out, so they just, I think they decided the best thing to do was they rushed into it probably. It was a pretty quick courtship. they probably realized, hey, you know, this isn't going to work out. So the best way to save their friendship, because they are friends, and, you know, to work together is to let's get divorced. So good for them for being adult enough to do that. Geologians, I prefer that because it's an inside joke. Yeah, Jesper, I like Geologians too. I'm kind of all about it. But yeah, I want to look into Forbidden Planet and look at the krill, so I could probably just say, hey, I could do a little video. Maybe not necessarily on YouTube, but on Twitter or something like that. Because I do put videos up on Twitter, on the Twitter account, because not all videos are YouTube worthy. So I'm like, hey, I should put them up on, upload them directly up to Twitter. And that way I can say, hey, here's the original krill, here's the new krill. Yeah, that's it. Joel Diaz was the one who won the cards. Well, actually, with that contest, there was the person that I'm like, okay, this person won, but everyone's saying, no, this person, other person has actually got closer, but I couldn't see it in the chat. I went back, and I said, yes, Joel Diaz did win, but I gave the cards to both guys. Both winners I sent the cards to, even though there should have been one winner. I was like, well, I don't want to give anybody's hopes up and say, oh, no, it turns out you didn't win. So I sent the cards out to both. They both got a set. What? The algorithm. The algorithm. Yeah, I got the algorithm, guys. It's pretty... YouTube's a little bitch. I love this beautiful community JP has brought together. Oh, thanks, Scott Giles. I didn't bring it together. You guys brought me into the fold. I just had a place for us all to hang out. I said, hey, come on over to my place. We'll hang out. Cryptic Charm. They find the Starman car, and the rumor of it being a dead body in the suit was real after all. What? The Starman, waiting in the sky. The algorithm gets you moving into the glory hole. Oh yeah, put some of these comments together. It becomes a sentence. Yeah, it sounded like Dan. I wish I could do that Dan impression. Mike Henry's just too good at that. DeBoma, what's going on? Hi, JP. You bring the Geloja. So glad I caught the stream. Geloja, indeed. Geloja! We started out small. The Ego Squad turned into an Ego Army. We are an army. We are an army. We are growing stronger and stronger. Starman is circling our sun right now. The algorithm predicts everything wrong for decades, no consequences. Welcome to everyone who is new. Welcome. Thank you, Scott Giles. Welcome to all. So, you know, we say Geloja, but some people actually like to say Latchcomb. So we'll give you a Latchcomb. Archmage Frey, yeah, I'd love to find out more about what happened between our time and the 25th century next season. Yeah, yeah, that would be great if they did give... A lot of shows don't do that. A lot of science fiction shows, you know, take place in the future. They don't do much when it comes to what happened between our time and their time. A little bit. Star Trek did a little bit. They would give little factoids here and there of things that happen. Of course, First Contact being a big one where they really gave us the nitty-gritty. But usually if there's ever an episode where they go back in time, they just go back to a time that we recognize, as opposed to they could go back in time and still be in our future. That would be very interesting. The Glory Holers. That's a good one too, Bob Grimes. I like that. Now entering the Glory Hole. Ooh, that's a very good one. Dario says, I was just typing First Contact. Boom, I got it. I got the memories, you guys. I remember things. Beaumont Resident JP, have your theories on how the next season is going. Oh, Have your theories on how the next season is going to begin. You still feel Priya is going to play a role? I feel that she should play a role because, I mean, they can bring her back. It doesn't even have to be season 3. They can bring her back in season 4. There's really no time limit, really, because she's a time traveler. I feel it would be prudent to bring her back at some point because they left it open like that, like we would see her again. So I hope that's the case. I don't have any real new theories really that we haven't already spoken about many times. You know, I think we're definitely going to see the Caliban. I think it's going to be a big deal to see the Caliban. I think the Mocklins are going to be exposed. I do have an idea of what happened with the Mocklins way back in the day, in the evolutionary times, with the male and female population, why there's hardly any females. Hey, Orville Nation!
Boom! Yeah, not like that, but yeah.
Right.
How many new cool Mocklin words do you think we'll be getting in season 3, JP? Oh, at least 2. At least 2. But I really can't say. Hopefully we do get another fun little, kind of like a Geloja type of thing. That's another weird thing that Mocklins do. So hopefully we'll get 1 or 2. There's actually was a couple words in that Geloja episode. There's a couple words. Of course, he says Geloja, but there was another word that he used when he named the place that you pick as a child. When you're a Mocklin, you pick the special place that you urinate, that you Geloja at. He called it something. So there was a word in there, but I can't remember what it's called. I think it starts with a C, but I don't know it. So oh well. But with the Mocklins, I'm thinking what happened, because, you know, I was thinking, oh, maybe they bred themselves to their species to mostly be male, and then they eventually figured out how to do some genetic shenanigans to turn females into males, you know, medically, this and that, as their technology improved, and then they just, you know, lied to society. So basically society thinks, you know, believes the lie that females are very rarely born. But I'm thinking, if you go way back, Bortus said that his people, the conditions on Mocklus are so harsh, so incredibly harsh, that they evolved to be able to eat not only organic but non-organic matter. They can get substance from, you know, they can eat rocks, they can eat glass, they can eat napkins, cactus, they can eat everything. Well, I'm thinking with such harsh conditions, which is why they're also so manly, because they evolved to be so tough. And, you know, that's a mental thing as well, not just a physical thing. So they're tough. So they prize, you know, toughness. Females, of course, are going to be weaker. The weaker the species physically. So it makes sense that they're like, oh, you're weak. So it's not like survival of the fittest. Maybe the Mocklins are like killing getting rid of their numbers that are weak. So therefore breed the strongest ones. But also, with such harsh conditions that they evolved in, it makes sense that both genders, the male and female, can reproduce without the other. So you get 2 males that can reproduce, 2 females can probably reproduce as well, though that would probably be weird. I don't know how that would work. What's going on down there, Mocklin females? So the males can reproduce because that's how they evolved, because conditions are so hard and the species wants to survive in any conditions if it can. So it makes sense that once they figured out, hey, we don't need these females that are weaker, that they started weeding them out, getting rid of them. And then eventually they figured out how to really get rid of them by just anytime one shows up, you just surgically change them. Boom, done. So I'm interested to see if that comes out being true in next season, because I think in season 3 it's going to be uncovered what is really going on Mocklus. And hey, speaking of Mocklus, do you remember during the deflectors test, the Lokar episode, where the Mocklins, where they said no torpedoes, but the Mocklins fired torpedoes, and they said, hey, we said no torpedoes. What's up with that? And then the Mocklins like, oh, sorry, our bad. They did a scene just like that in season 1. Which episode? Oh, About a Girl, episode 3, when they went to Moklis for the tribunal, and they're flying over and there's doing battle tests. Anyway, or ammunition tests. When the shuttle is flying over, going to its destination, one of those missiles like almost hits it, and then they get on the comm and they're like, "Hey, what's going on, you guys? What's up? You almost blasted us with that one." And then the Moklan on the other end's like, "Oh, sorry, our bad," just like they did in the Lokar episode. Boom, something is going on. I'm putting 2 to 2 together now, you guys. Moklan's they're trying to take humans out. They're not on the sides. They're not on the side of humans. They're not on the side of the Union, really. They just know that it's a good business deal. So that's why they're part of it. But I think they got something against, well, we know what they got against every other culture pretty much. So I'm going to put 2 and 2 together. I'm going to put those scenes together and see what I can dig out from the 2 seasons. How do you Google the Moklan language? You go to www.pornhub.com and you type in Sex Lagoon. It'll take you right to it. Yeah, they entered the bombing range, but then one of them was targeted at the shuttle. And the Moklans did that same thing that they did in the Lokar episode. "Oh, our bad, sorry." Like they meant to do that, but they got caught. JP, do you think the entire next season of the Orville is going to run on the alternate timeline? Damn, wouldn't that be great, the Beaumont resident. That is such a cool idea. I haven't heard anyone mention that theory yet. It's a great theory, but it's not. No, it's not gonna. That's not the case. It's official. It is official. When we see the Orville in season 3, right off the bat, the timeline is fixed. They are right where they are supposed to be. It is the official timeline when we see them again. But I do like that idea. It is really cool. But no, it's actually not going to be the alternate timeline. It'll be the main timeline. That timeline was erased. That's official. It's officially erased, you guys. Rob Crawford, OMG, really? Yeah, that alternate timeline is no more. It got completely erased from the universe. Rickenbacker, ooh, pretty close to Redenbacher. Hi JP, when watching season 1, I follow old wounds with If the Star Should Appear, which is supposed to, well, let me tell you, followed by Command Performance, About a Girl, and Priya. Well, the original lineup of season 1, Rickenbacker, it was supposed to be Old Wounds. If the Star Should Appear is supposed to be the 2nd episode, but it became the 4th episode. It was supposed to be Old Wounds, If the Stars Should Appear, About a Girl, then Command Performance. Command Performance was supposed to be the 4th episode. So you're kind of watching it in the right order, kind of. Now, they did add some scenes to Command Performance to make it fit as the 2nd episode. They had to rearrange some stuff. They had to put the Bortus laying his egg, brooding his egg scene. They had to add that in there and shoot some other stuff as well. I have laid an egg to make it all fit. But yeah, If the Stars Should Appear was supposed to be the 2nd episode. That's a good question. Can only Moklan males lay eggs? Well, you would think the females could lay eggs, or otherwise, why would there be females? Now, I don't know if females and females can reproduce together. Just because, you know, 2 innies don't. You gotta have an outie to get that egg in the innie, right? So I don't know how that would work. But I would assume that the females can. Or what if Moklans evolved where they can just load up an egg into anything they want? Like, say if a Moklan had sex with a human, boom, you got an egg in you. Maybe that's just how they evolved, because they got to survive, right? They got to survive the conditions. So those eggs can latch onto anything. And you never know. I would like to find out more. I'm hoping that we do. I'm sure they're going to dive deeper into Moklan mythology. Halston's Heroes. I like that. I like that a lot, Richard Martin. The Mocklins are really jerky. They really, really are. Hey JP, maybe an alternate universe where Mocklins impose their gender restrictions on dominated races on other worlds that would have been Union member worlds. Yeah, right? Or maybe, well, I would think the Mocklins might, it seems the Mocklins would be the type, if they had the power to go, you know, take over other worlds and enforce their ideologies onto those worlds. The Wilbur starship, yeah. We do have the Orville. We also need the Wilbur. If there's an Orville ship, there's definitely a Wilbur ship. Of course, you're talking about the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright. If there's an Orville ship, there's definitely a Wilbur ship out in the fleet. There's over 3,000 ships. Well, there used to be before the Kalon destroyed a bunch of them. But also, now in Season 3, I expect the Union fleet to probably have 4,000 or 5,000 ships, if not more. Because now that they're at like real war, a real war, they need to up production of ships. So I'm sure there's going to be even more ships and newer ships, new styles, new classes of ships now that we are in a full-on war. So I can't wait to see what they come up with. There's going to be some big booms, some big pew-pews, some big guns. The USS Burton from the comic book from oh god, what the hell is it? What the hell is it called? New Beginnings. The USS Burton, which is a 100-year-old ship, it looked pretty much like a Union ship, a little bit clunkier, but had this big-ass cannon on the top. Are we going to see some ships with big-ass cannons on top? I'm very interested to see. Place for Mocklins to Jaloja is called, that's it, Nafakas. That's it, Nafakas. According to the Orville fan wiki. Didn't check the episode yet, so to be sure we can do that. Well, I just watched it earlier today, and that's what it is. It's Nafakas. Yeah, I just watched it a few hours ago. So are Mocklins some kind of reptile? I could see that. I could see them being some sort of desert reptile that evolved into a bunch of dicks. Space eggers. Kind of reminds me of Nicole Eggert, though. I'm a space egger. Eggert. Clyden was once a female, so maybe. Boom. Of course, who knows how advanced that surgery is when they switch their gender. JP, seeing as Star Trek Picard will air before the next season of the Orville, well, long time before, do you feel in any way it will shape the future season, considering Frakes directs both shows at times? Oh, will the Picard shape the Orville in any way? No, because the Orville will be, it's almost completely written. Season 3 was completely almost written. It's almost completely written. So story-wise, I don't think it'll have any influence whatsoever. But, and probably visually not either. I mean, the Orville is very set on not, you know, copying stories from new Star Trek. Though I have seen the reverse is true. The Orville had a funny elevator alien, then all of a sudden Discovery had a funny elevator alien. But yeah, all these shows do like kind of see what the other shows are doing and see what works and what doesn't work and use it for their, not that they're using it, but they're saying, hey, that worked for that show. Let's see if we can do something in that type of vibe. That's just what happens with all these shows. But no, I don't think it will shape the Orville at all. I think the only thing that would ever shape the Orville might be 90s Star Trek. Not the new Picard, but maybe the old Picard. They already said back in the start that they had more ships than command staff. Yeah, but that was like a couple of years ago at this point. I bet you they're going to be all staffed up when we see them in Season 3. They're at war. And we'll probably get a lot of citizens from Earth joining up with Union, Planetary Union, to join the fight. A lot of them are going to have family members that got killed in the battle for Earth. You know, they're going to show there's still going to be patriotism, right? So there's going to be people signing up that didn't before, and it's I think they're going to be all staffed up. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a little bit more militarized. It is kind of, it's very naval right now, which was the whole point. That was the way it was, the show designed it to be kind of naval, military explorations. You know, in these future shows, in these utopian future shows, they take a lot of aspects of government, military, the sciences, you know, regular lawmaking stuff. They mix it all together and it becomes this new thing. Ooh, a class of ship like the Defiant. Well, let's see. There are fighters. The Union does have fighters, which we saw a glimpse of the fighters in Identity Part 2. They kind of look like a regular Union ship, just like the Orville, but they're much smaller, of course. They're very elongated and pointy. They're ready to dart in and take care of business. We got a quick glimpse of them, but yeah. So they do have fighters. But yeah, of course, the Defiant is much bigger than a fighter. It's just like a small little brute force ship ready to kick ass and chew bubblegum. Call us Orvins. Anybody give that one yet? I don't know if we got an Orvins. We got Orvillites, Orvillians, Orvies. I kind of like Orvinators now. Let's do Orvinators. I'm an Orvinator. I'll be back. Yes, Stephen Klein. JP, do you think the Mocklins will attack the female Mocklin colony this season? I don't even know if they'll attack it as much as they'll try to do something. They will try to do something to end it. I don't know if they'll have some spies on there. Because the Sanctuary not only accepts females, but it also accepts, well, I guess you call them straight dudes. They accept straight dudes too, right? So maybe they'll have some regular Mocklins pretend to be straight dudes that are going there for Sanctuary, and they're just spies, and they're causing problems and mayhem, trying to tear it apart from the inside, so that they can attack. At some point, kind of like they did in the episode Sanctuary, where they just went around the assembly, the people that were trying to figure it out at the talks, and they said, oh, we're going in. So they started going in and attacking. And they're like, no, tell your people to stand down, this, and that. And then Admiral Halsey came up with that little, thing. It's like, okay, let's just be cool right now. We'll figure it out later. Which isn't a win. It's not a win. So at some point, it's going to have to be figured out. And I think it's definitely going to be figured out in Season 3. I don't think the Mocklins are our friends. At least the governmental side. I think a lot of people in the population, civilians, or not even civilians, just people, Mocklin people on the planet that are finding out that they've been lied to this entire time, are going to start changing their minds. They might not be going all the way. They might not be, because they, as a society, they haven't gotten there yet, but they're starting their civil rights movement, which is pretty cool little, like, parallel to life on Earth, you guys. Hey, Zizix Vax, what's going on?
There was no equipment malfunction.
Well, you don't have to brag about it.
Oh yeah. JP reminder: Hulu may be included with Spotify subs. Yeah, Spotify. If you subscribe to Spotify, I think Hulu. There's a package that they have where Hulu is included. Like if you subscribe to Spotify, Hulu's free. But that's the case with a lot of packages. When Disney Plus comes out here, pretty soon, like a month and a half away, a little more than a month and a half away, when Disney Plus comes out, Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN will all be in. There's a bundle package. You get all three for $12.99, and you get that through Disney Plus. I think that's the only way to order it. But yeah, you get all three. If you're a sports ball fan, a Disney, all the stuff that's gonna be on Disney Plus fan, and you want to check out the Orville on Hulu, but also you don't even need the Orville on Hulu. There's so much great stuff on Hulu. I love Hulu. That's where I get all my current television and older television too. $12.99 a month. Boom. I won't be getting that though, because I want I got my big Hulu package. That's how much I love Hulu so much, that I got the big no holds barred Hulu package. No, well, Larry Peterson, I don't have any gifts right now, but I think there might be one at the P.O. Box. you guys send in stuff and I open them on the air when I get them in. There is something that's on the way. I didn't go today. I'm going to go tomorrow and check the box. I don't know if it's arrived yet, but I know it was shipped a few days ago. One of you guys is sending me something. But I don't even know if it's necessarily a thing that is for the live stream. I'll check it out and see. I'll probably open it, and then if it's appropriate, if it's an Orville type of thing or Star Trek type of thing, I'll show it to you guys at the next week. But of course, next week we are going to be doing the giveaway, which you guys get the gifts. One of you guys is going to be one of you patrons out there is going to win the 72 card base set for the Orville Season 1 trading cards. 72 cards, you guys. It's pretty awesome. And I get it all organized for you. I put an Egotastic FunTime JP logo with my signature on it, a nice little message on the back, and I send it to you. I kiss it and hug it before I seal it into the envelope and send it your way. Oh yes, absolutely. Crochet Kitty, JP, do you think Ty will try to hang out with Isaac in Season 3? Yes, as we learned at the end of Identity Part 2, Claire said that, you know, forgiveness takes time. I don't think it's going to take any time at all with Ty. Probably Marcus. Well, we'll see how Marcus is. Well, Marcus is probably cool too. But Ty, I'm sure, completely forgives Isaac and is going to want to hang out with Isaac. But it's going to be up to Claire to allow that to happen. And of course, as we know, Claire and the boys are important to Isaac. Even if he doesn't realize it, he does realize it's important to his subroutines, but I think it's a little bit more than that. Yes, I think absolutely there's going to be some more Ty stuff. Kai Winner, who plays Ty, he just went to the studio last week to get his fitting done. He's growing up. He's getting big, you guys. That boy's growing up. That's what little kids do. So they better get that filmed while he's still little and cute, right? We want to pinch his cheeks. Dr. Scott Giles, it'd be great to have JP's autograph. What? I know how to write. I can write, you guys. All right, so it is 8:38. I don't think it's just about time to end this stream, you guys. I want to thank you guys for showing up. I don't think we landed exactly on the names today. I'm going to be doing a video poll, which will turn into, we'll do a big poll, the Egotastic FunTime Orville Evangelist poll to find out what we want to be called. We're still kind of stuck on Orvillians. But in the video I'll talk about my thoughts on that. I'll put a big poll out there. There's Orvillians. I'll try to do something that's, you know, kind of just Orville centric. Maybe stay away from the Star Trek stuff because the Orville is its own thing. It deserves to have its own thing unattached from Star Trek. But damn it if I don't love Seth Trekkers for those of us who are fans of both. And really, I'd like to find a fan of the Orville who isn't also a Star Trek fan. That might even be harder, right? That's what she said. Boom. So we're still going to figure this out. So right now, I think we're still going for, we're still under the Orvillian umbrella, you guys, but we're going to figure it out. I'm a Geologian, and I hope you guys aren't offended if I call you a Geologia. A Geologian, you silly Geologians, you, which deserves a Geologia, because Geologia is the greeting. Seth heads, I like that. Boomers. I'm Darkfire says, okay, I was late, but my vote for fan name is Corner Goers. We could be the P Corners. Why not? The JP Corners. You guys want to be JP Corners? Ninny JP. Ninny. Orvillites. Orvillites is also one of the first ones. The first two names, and they were actually at the same time, but everyone pretty much landed on Orvillians. But it was Orvillians and Orvillites. People are kind of going back and forth between the two. And then eventually it just mostly became Orvillians. The Orvillers, there you go. Beezer, what's going on? But we'll figure it out, you guys. I'm on the case. I'm not gonna let you guys down. I'm gonna get the polls ready, try to make them nice and fancy and bright and colorful so people get in on it. We'll talk about it soon. watching Dallas on IMDb, but they play only 6 or 7 commercials over and over until it's like Easy Street on Walking Dead, torture. Yeah, some of those streaming services, it's fine to have commercials on a lot of them, but man, they play the same commercials over and over again. I'm surprised you're getting 6 or 7 different ones. Usually I get 2 or 3 that just play over and over again on some of these services. You like the JP corners? Pooh Bear with me? Come along, Piglet. Oh, dear. The Kermits, that's a good one too. Thanks for the fun time, JP and chat. Love you guys. Take care, and don't forget to smash that like button to check out JP's Patreon to send JP some love. Thanks, Robin. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the love you guys can give me, because man, this content creation game is pretty hard. But okay, if we're gonna end this stream, and of course next week, don't forget next week we're gonna have a lot of fun. One of you guys is gonna win. You just gotta click that link below to get started. Orville 72 Orville cards giveaway, I think is what it's called. It's right there. All right, Pooh, bear with me. You're a Twitch subscriber. I'll probably see it maybe tomorrow then. All right, if we're gonna end it, we're gonna end it right, you guys. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about tonight, and I talked about it. How about you? What do you think we should be called? Orvillians, Orvillites, Orvies, Seth Trekkers, Donkey Huggers, Picklers, sons of bitches? I don't know. You gotta let me know what you think by joining the conversation below. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing and supporting my stupid show. Hey, Kane just supported my show right now.
Love is the fish hook that hooks the fish.
Thank you so much. Good day, sir, to you, Kane. And of course, if you missed the super chatness, there's also not only Patreon down there, but there's also the PayPal if you want to help keep Egotastic FunTime going, you guys. I'm going to be heading off to the gym right now because I'm tired of being fat. Sick of it. Been fat since I was 2 years old. Of course, that was just baby fat. I'll see you guys very soon, and as always, I hope all your times are Egotastic fun times. Love you, bye-bye.
Egotastic fun time, we're gonna have a great time. Egotastic fun time, give me all your money. Give him all your money. You will find me funny. Just give me money. I love money. Give me all your money. Give me all your money. Give me all your money. Give me all your